Hey there, everybody. Pardo here. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's Wednesday, new album review day. Today we've got a cool new box set that came out right at the tail end of the year. And this was released on DGM Live, Digital Global Mobile. All right, obviously that is the record label of Robert Fripp and King Crimson. And it's a box set called Music for Quiet Moments. Look at all that stuff in there, right? Okay. This is basically a box set of Robert Fripp and his soundscapes, all recorded live throughout the 2000s on many opening shows and performances that Robert would do for other bands. You know, most notably, especially early on, Porcupine Tree and the League of Crafty Guitarists and, various other events. And I think these go back to about 2003, if I'm not mistaken, or 2004. Yeah, 2004. So it's called the Soundscape Tours. That's basically what he was doing throughout these years. So 2004, 2005, 6, 7, and 9. All right, so you've got recordings here from various places like the Piazza Mentana in La Spezia, Italy. Let's see where else we got here. The Ancienne Belgique in Brussels, Belgium. The Olympia in Paris, France. Kazarthuset in Oslo, Norway. Parco della Musica in Rome, Italy. The Centre Artesa Tradicionalis in Barcelona, Spain. The Art Center in Carborough, North Carolina. So, got some places here in the U.S. as well. Somerville Theater in Boston, Massachusetts. St. Peter's Church in Newlyn, the U.K. Arrow Rock Festival in Leichenvoorde, Netherlands. So, these are taken from kind of all over the place. So you get a booklet which basically explains, there's a little thing from Robert here. I'll read it to you because, of course, always interesting to hear from Robert directly. Quiet moments are when we put time aside to be quiet. Very true words there. Sometimes quiet moments find us. Quiet may be experienced with sound and also through sound. In a place we hold to be sacred, or maybe in a crowded subway train hurtling towards Piccadilly or Times Square. Quiet moments of my musical life expressed in soundscapes are deeply personal yet utterly impersonal. They address the concerns we share within our common humanity. Courtesy of Mr. Robert Fripp. So basically this is just Robert, his guitar, and soundscapes. All right. So again, you get the booklet, which kind of gives you all this, interesting photography, and it tells you where each piece on this and actually it's like 8-disc set comes from, right? Because each one of these contains 2 discs, all right, with all sorts of soundscapes, all labeled Music for Quiet Moments, 1 through however many we get to here. It's a lot of music, right? So, of course, 8 CDs, 8 little sets in here. This is, it's a lot of music. And for some, is this really music or not? I'd argue that it is, but it's a different kind of music. This is not what you get with Robert Fripp's King Crimson by any means. This is, definitely mood music. On some of these tracks, and by the time you get through all of them, you're going to be like, okay, I'm trying to rationalize like where were some of the good moments. Well, it's all kind of like taken as a whole, right? Because you've got an occasional little burst of electric guitar, but for the most part, it's like this kind of claustrophobic yet expansive sound collage that Fripp has been known for creating in his off hours from King Crimson. He's been doing this sort of thing for many, many, many years. And it's kind of fascinating. It's almost like, could you imagine like going to like a Porcupine Tree concert or going to a Tool concert or going to something that's going to be a little bit raucous, but then you get 45 to 60 minutes of Fripp just sitting there, maybe behind a curtain or maybe sitting next to an amplifier with his little rack of stuff with his Les Paul guitar and all these buttons and switches and things and he, and pedals and stuff, and he basically just sits there for a while and just creates this, occasionally he might play a little kind of, but for the most part it's just this kind of, weird electronic noise, so to speak, right? But he does it really well because it actually sounds like there's something that's composed there as opposed to just noise. And I think that's one of the cool things about Robert Fripp when he's working by himself like this, or even back when he was working with Brian Eno, right? That's kind of the genesis of all this stuff. So it's a fascinating listen. It may not be something that you turn to all that often, but if you dig Fripp's more kind of meditative, kind of chill out, relax mode music, or sounds, to some this might not be music, like I said. I think Music for Quiet Moments is a nice little collection of some of the stuff that he does that, kind of falls off the beaten path from what we normally expect him from in King Crimson, right? So check it out. Like I said, it's worth having if you're interested in this sort of thing. 52 tracks in all. Some are short snippets, some are big and long, 15, 20-minute long epic soundscapes. But you do get a fair amount of, guitar soloing on here, but it's not what you'd expect, right? It's within these kind of, like I said, soundscapes, for lack of a better term. It's hard to describe stuff like this. It really, really is. But yeah, there you go. Music for Quiet Moments. There are all the tracks listed right there. There's your box set. It's a nice box, too. I mean, they definitely put this in a nice, secure, stable box, not some cheap little flimsy cardboard thing. So check it out at dgmlive.com. Robert Fripp, Music for Quiet Moments. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you real soon here on the channel with more stuff. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell. We've got links below also to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our link to our merch page, where we have all sorts of cool Sea of Tranquility stuff you can pick up and show off and wear proudly and spread the word of the SOT. So thanks again. I'm Pardo. See you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.